Rust days are over, baby. Time for a fun slack pack. Bus to Portumna. No, where are we going? Bus
Eyrecourt.
To Eyrecourt. And then we're going to hike back to Portumna.
I think they pronounce it more Eyrecourt.
Eyrecourt? I can't. Air?
Yeah, like fake air. It's
Yeah.
like the same one.
Okay. And the sun's out. And it's so bright, it's hurting our eyes because we haven't seen it properly, really, in a number of days. So
But the forecast says it's going to rain.
yeah, it's only out for a second, but that's fine. It warms the soul, which is lovely. Right, let's go.
Let's go.
Here's a fun fact for you. The Portumna castle that I showed you yesterday burnt down. There was a big fire in something like 1860 or 1826, something like that, in the 1800s. Anyway, so the house burnt down and they rebuilt a residence elsewhere, like on the property. But then that burnt in mysterious circumstances. So later they used the stone from that to build this Catholic church. It's miserable again out here. We've reached Eyrecourt.
It was sunny all the way on the bus.
And now it's just windy and cold and raining. So I'm spotting my new high-vis vest for safety on the roads. Pink, of course, with my beautiful rain skirt. And of course my trusty rain jacket. You're not going to wear your high-vis?
Not yet. Don't think I need it.
No?
No.
Is that because I'm so visible?
Yeah, you're so visible, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And because they're on a tiny little road.
All right, let's see how this day goes. As we're wandering along here, we have found the home of Pat Madden, who was the captain of the Meelick team that represented Galway against Thurles of Tipperary in the first All-Ireland hurling final, played in Bear on April 1st, 1888. I completely love that that is an important historical site. It's just amazing. And probably only a really tiny little house when you look at it. Wow. And I'm no sports aficionado, but I think we're coming to the end of the season for hurling. And I think the All-Ireland finals are just about to happen. So I feel like that was really significant. We've just reached Meelick, and what a great example of a thatched cottage. Wow. Yeah, Meelick. Oh wow, this is the church at Meelick. Lots of this white lichen. Just gonna have a little look. Beautiful. This beautiful Irish oak tree was planted in 1999 to commemorate Hubie Larkin's 100th birthday. This is St. Francis Church in Meelick. Stunning. Simple. Beautiful, silent. the sign on the church behind me says that it was built by papal permission in 1414. So, wow. And like most of these old churches, you can see there's a graveyard right next to it as well. This is wonderful, and I'm so glad I stopped and went inside. The walls are so thick, and it is just this vacuum of stillness and peace inside. And I'm not even religious, so yeah, what a beautiful place. This is inside the building that's next door to the church. I'm not sure what this is, actually. Big chimney stack in the middle. It's beautifully preserved though. Again, the walls are so thick. Imagine the stories that this place could tell. If you're on the road like we are, this church, there's a toilet here that's open, and the church is open, and it's a really lovely place to stop and get out of the wind and the rain, because there's not a lot of shelter on this trail, but it's lovely to find something as beautiful and as pristinely kept and looked after as this place, to be here as a bit of a haven for anyone that needs it. It's amazing, it really is. And the sun's come out just while we're right here at the church. Go figure. Just outside Meelick here, this is the cutest style in the world. This is where the church is literally just over there, and you would climb through this and continue along the levee, which is super cute. But we are going this way back to Portumna. Bonus content for my special subscribers. We're following the River Shannon on the left and the towpath on the right, and it's windy as fuck and freezing. And the other day I went and bought some gloves to deal with the wet. Guess what I bought? Gardening gloves. Amazing hack out here, let me tell you. Hope you can hear me. Woo! Woo! So we've been walking in this country for weeks now, and it is rather a fragrant place, I might add. But there's one smell that has vexed me somewhat. It's this kind of fruity, fermenting sort of smell. And as we sit here, hidden by a hedge and some other things, I have finally worked out what that smell is. Let me show you. It's these hay bales that are all wrapped up. This is what the smell is. I'm glad I know. Mystery solved. How are you finding the day?
Good. Yourself?
Very windy. I know I bang on about that, but if you're playing that drinking game where every time I mention the wind, you're going to chug, this is one of those days. Very, very windy, gusty, cold, kind of raining sometimes, sometimes not. It's just all over the place, and the trail itself is flat, I want to say. We're now going across the levee, and we've just found this spot here to have our lunch, but the grass is kind of overgrown, and so it's not as easy as you think in terms of the walking, but it's not bad. It's not bog walking, at least, so you know.
It's been good. I'm glad we're doing it this way. It's nice to know where we're going to sleep tonight, somewhere nice and warm with a hot shower, as Larissa will tell you.
Oh yeah, back to the B&B. This is the River Shannon, which is the largest river in Ireland. And we're just at a pumping station here about 7 k's away from Portumna. It's having a little break out of the wind. We keep getting these flashes of sunshine. And yeah, it's nice to be near the water, I have to say. We've been walking on this levee for what seems like forever. In sections it is a bit overgrown, and you can see people do walk on it, but the path itself is really sort of narrow, so it doesn't actually really make for particularly comfortable walking, personally. But it's been relatively pleasant. I'm really ready for it to be over though. I'm really ready to finish today's hike. Just constantly struggling for footing. Although, you know, I shouldn't complain because it could be worse. It could be a bog and it could be wet. But if you're going to do this section, you just need to know, like, it looks pristine and looks beautiful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the walking is your style, or, you know, something that's going to be comfortable for you. But for the most part, it's flat as a tack. So no hills, which is great. And yeah, we should hopefully get into Portumna in another maybe 2 k's, I think. Yeah. And my nose is all pink from the wind. Yeah. So that's how they cut the hedges and the edges of the banks. And I don't know, over the stile or through the open gate. I know which one I'm gonna choose. And just like that, it was pizza time. See you next time.